Morning everybody, it's Manny from Chapel Forge coming to you from my lovely utility room. And here we are with our nice matching set. I didn't do a video the day that we picked up the dryer, but the day after we got the washer, the dryer just... So for a couple, probably like 6 or 8 months, we've been having just redry and redry and redry and redry. And like, I was over it. So now we have a nice matching set with our cranky knobs. It does have the digital button for the start, but the guy at the appliance store, it's a little local place. This guy's great. He's been in appliances for like, I don't even know, 40 years or something. He said they almost never have issues with the control panels with Speed Queens. After talking to several people that I know that have Speed Queens, they said, they have very rarely had issues. So I was happy that they were able to offer us the kind with the cranky knobs instead of like a full digital display, because I've killed 2 washer and dryers that have those. So just a helpful little note that my guy told me, if you're using the EcoFill, and maybe you already know this if you haven't, but he said if you're using the EcoFill and you're finding that it's not filling the whole washer, it's because it's on EcoFill. So he said he would just run it on heavy duty every time. It'll fill every time and you won't have any issues. I had a friend actually comment on Facebook, take this to the kitchen, comment on Facebook that she was struggling to get hers to fill, and I told her that little trick and it seems to be good now. So just a little note about that. So it is February 28th. It would be the end of the Pantry Challenge if it were not a leap year. Well, we have today and tomorrow of the Pantry Challenge left. This morning we are going to do breakfast burgers. So I had thawed some ground beef the other day. We are getting about a dozen or so eggs a day, which is great. That's about what we need for breakfast, especially when Matt's home. Matt will be home on Sunday, so that'll be great. Some of our goals for March with Matt are we have a pretty big order to do, a metal fabricating order. So we're going to have him help Zad with that. And we'd like to get the garden up. So the garden will go up in this space where we took the playground down, if you saw that video. So the playground is now right outside the back door, which is great. We have the cameras on so I can watch them if I need to be inside or not feeling well or working or whatever. And then the garden will go up here. So we're hoping to get that done in March. I also am hoping to start some seeds soon. I probably would have done this sooner, except I just haven't been feeling that well. And frankly, I feel like if you start them in February or March, I feel like you're probably fine. I am planning on probably starting cabbage, broccoli, onions, and peppers. I don't know that I'm going to start a ton of other things. I've always gone gung-ho on starting seeds. I just don't really feel like it's that necessary. I'm going to look at my tomatoes, and if I have any that are special and they take a little bit longer, I might start some tomatoes. But other than that, I'm going to direct seed as much as possible. I have a bunch of potatoes that are sprouting in the pantry, so those can go in. If you've been following along, you know that my big focus this year is going to be on brassicas, potatoes, onions, things like that. Because this baby is due the end of September, which is the smack in the middle of preservation season. I would say for us, we usually start heavy preservation in July-ish. Some things in June, strawberries and stuff like that. Maybe if somebody has early cabbage that we go grab some locally or whatever. But other than that, it's pretty much July to October-ish. That's heavy months. And not that I can't. I mean, I've preserved while I was pregnant in the past. But just in case I am continuing to not feel well or something, and slash postpartum, the first few weeks postpartum, that everybody's not trying to pick up my slack with canning and whatever. If we do brassicas, potatoes, things like that, we can just cure them and put them in the pantry and not have to worry about it. I didn't have any issues with mice eating through any of my potatoes, sweet potatoes, pumpkins, butternut squash, onions, nothing, garlic. Nothing ate through any of those, which is amazing. I was a little nervous because when we first bought this house, there were signs of mice everywhere. And we've killed a couple this winter. Zad and Matt had put out probably 18 or so commercial traps, or bait stations outside, which has been great. We have them around the shop, the garage, the house, up around the animal structures. Obviously not where they're going to get them. We're not that dumb. And it's been going really well. We've only seen a couple in the house. I've only seen traces of a couple in the big pantry, but they haven't messed with anything. So I'll take it. For living, basically at the base of the mountain, we have tons of wooded property. I am not upset with that. I don't think that's bad at all. So this morning, Zad is working on these breakfast burgers. We have some of our rolls left, our hot dog rolls that we made, so we're going to use those up. Obviously put some dippy eggs on them and whatever other little, we have some of this jalapeno lime mayo. This is something I got at Blessings of Hope. And I can share what Blessings of Hope is. I'll put a video link in the description. But this is jalapeno lime. This is like pretty clean. Like if you're not going to make mayo, or if you find this like for a really good deal, there's nothing in this that I would consider questionable. Yeah, it's all really, really clean. Now, this stuff is super expensive if you buy it at the grocery store, but at Blessings of Hope, you get everything for 60 cents a pound. So we had grabbed a couple of these. They went over date in November, but we kept it in the fridge. It's fine. The other, yeah, I just finished some cashew cheese the other day, and it was from July. It was fine. All right, so this is what I have left from the dream cheese that I did of the yogurt that was in the fridge. So this yogurt, if you are new here or whatever, dream cheese is something I learned about from Carolyn at Homesteading Family. I'll link her video below. She knows if you're interested in info on raw milk, clabber, culturing things or whatever, she's your girl. She has great videos about all that kind of stuff. So this was some yogurt I had that we had incubated. We always incubate our yogurt for 10 hours. And then it had sat here for like another 10 hours, like in the Instant Pot, and it was just a little bitey. So we ate a good bit of it, and then the rest of it I just decided to turn into dream cheese. Because why not? We need cheese. You know, it's not like we're not going to eat it. So this was the batch that I had started last week. So these are oregano. So basically they're like soft cheese balls rolled in oregano, and then they live in this olive oil, and they can stay in there for like up to a year. So this is the first time I've done this. It looks amazing. I think they're going to be great. We haven't eaten any of them yet because I kind of want to fill this jar, and then we will start working out of this one, and I'll work on new jars or whatever. I have another jar of clabber going up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this down, roll these in oregano, get those in that jar. I can probably do that in the dishes while Zad makes breakfast. And then today we are hoping finally to finish Jameson's bed. So we are building bunked crib beds. Okay, so like crib mattress. Zad's building that in our room because new baby's coming. We had to we didn't have to, but it would just be a lot easier if we figured out a different situation for the littles. They have both been sleeping in it so far. It's just not completely finished. So it's enough that they can sleep in it, but this project's drug out for like 2 weeks because the washer dried, the dryer died, like the chicken fence needed done. We've just had all these like derailments. So Zad and Bud are going to try to get that done today. We had a crazy great thunderstorm last night. So it's super crazy muddy outside, and it's supposed to rain off and on all day and like 40 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts. So it's a great day to finish this project. And then, you know, if it starts drying out, go work on some outside projects later this week. We should be getting the call to replace our fridge. So we got that yesterday. All right. So can you tell I'm like kind of winded? This is not normal for me. So normally I run like a couple miles a day, or at least go for a few mile hike every day. And this first trimester, man, is kicking my butt. Anyway, we'll get back to it. The important thing is we're growing a healthy baby, and we'll worry about the rest of it later. And Lord willing, in the second trimester, I'll feel good enough to go back on my daily walks and all that. Anyway, so we've been working with this college fridge for, I don't know, probably over 2 months now. The fridge that came with this house died. It was kind of sketchy when we got here, so I'm not really that surprised. So anyway, we finally committed to a new fridge. It's all fridge, which I'm super excited about. You said yes to the fridge. I did. I said yes to the fridge, finally. So we were going to get like a nice commercial fridge, but then the washer and dryer died, and we needed to really build this bed project, and that ate up a lot of fridge budget. So we went with a little bit cheaper fridge, but it's made in America. We bought it at a local place, comes with a warranty. It's all fridge. I'll show it to you when it gets here. It's going to be amazing. We just decided we really didn't need freezers because in my big pantry, if you see my pantry tour, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 chest freezers and 5. Okay, so we have 4 chest freezers in the big pantry. We have 2 stand-up freezers and 2 full-size fridges. And then I also have a deep freezer in my soap shop to hold goat milk. So we thought a full-size fridge in the kitchen with no freezer is really what we needed, because the freezer, and we have this at the other house too, this freezer and at the other house, we just felt like it was just a big mess of like what even was in there. It was nice for ice and ice cream. It was nice for ice and ice cream, but other than that, like it's easier to keep. in the pantry, we have like a vegetable freezer, and there's mostly bananas in one freezer and blueberries. And then like the other one is mostly beef, and it's just easier to keep it organized that way. So I'm really excited to show you this fridge. It is going to be awesome. It takes up almost this entire space here. So we're going to have to figure out where we're going with our Dutch ovens and our extra cast iron skillets. But other than that, it should be a quick swap. And then this fridge is going to go where our dishwasher was. Dishwasher that was here also died. It was sketchy, and I hate dishwashers. We didn't use the other one at the other house either. It held mason jars. So we pulled that out, and we're going to put that in there. And then this fridge can hold things like if it starts to get too warm for my dream cheese on the counter, I could put that in there. We could put our sauerkraut in there. The huge Instant Pot of yogurt, things like that could live in there, so that this can just be, thawing meat for the week, and like condiments and open mason jars of things, and whatever. So I'm really excited. We pushed this off for quite a while, we just couldn't commit to anything, and it was a big expense. But I guess we're just on a roll with appliances this week, so we'll get it done. We'll move on. All right, so Zad made us breakfast burgers. So our homemade hot dog rolls, dippy egg, burger, some cheese, a little jalapeno lime mayo, and we had a little bit of leftover. We did some like pan fried corn fritters, which is basically just like some canned corn, flour, egg, whatever, and then we just did them on the flat cast iron skillet. So a little bit of that left over, and yum. All right, so Bud and Zuzu and I did the animals. We're getting about 18 to 2 dozen eggs a day, which is amazing. Like, we were getting about a dozen, and we're getting, oh, come over here in the light, some really pretty colors. They're so muddy. It is so muddy out there. Oh my gosh. Like, Zuzu like almost got stuck like 10 times in her boots. So I'm like really tired today. I don't know. A little nauseous, but like definitely just super tired. So I need something like really cold. I'm definitely having trouble like quenching my thirst in this pregnancy. I mentioned that before. So I'm gonna make a smoothie. I had a couple like peaches, applesauce, a couple little random juices the kids had open or whatever. I'm gonna get something frozen like blueberries and throw in here and make myself a smoothie. I took a nap earlier, which was nice. It's like, it was almost 70 today. And it's supposed to be down to 25 tonight. So I'm like, do we let the coal stove go out or not? So we're not going to, because tomorrow is supposed to be back to like winter again. So this is the hardest part about coal when you start getting like closer to spring. Blueberries are definitely my favorite thing to preserve. Whether you put them in vacuum seal bags or Ziplocs, they always stay amazing. Even if they're a huge block in a vacuum seal bag, they still break up. Like, you don't sit there and let it thaw or anything. And there's no prep work. I've talked about this before. Like, if you are just trying to do, like, maybe you work full time or something, or like, I've seen a lot of people say like they have arthritis or things, and so a long day of canning just doesn't work for them. Blueberries is something that, all you have to do is literally put them, if you buy them like in bulk from someone else, from a farmer or whatever, all you have to do is put them in bags and then like seal the bag and throw them in the freezer. You don't need any special equipment or anything. You just need a box of Ziplocs and a chair and a table, and like you're ready to go. And they're so easy to use in crisp or pie or cakes, breads, pancakes, waffles, smoothies, whatever. If there's like one thing that we would always preserve every single year, it's blueberries. All right, so I admittedly have not really done much of anything today. I argued with Amazon about an unauthorized charge, and that about took it out of me. So I am gonna get the dishes done at least and get dinner started, and then Zad will finish it. We're gonna do our version of French onion soup. So we have what was left from the chuck roast that Bud did yesterday in here. So we canned French onion soup this year. I'll link that in the description. This is an amazing thing to have on hand. It's so super simple. Pro tip, in the summer, cut your onions outside. I feel like I didn't cry at all when we cut onions outside. It was fantastic. So anyway, I just grabbed an extra one to add to this because I wasn't sure if that was going to be quite enough. It's got a lot of that great beef fat in there, a little bit gelatinous. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. We wanted a little bit of protein with it, so we pulled out some of the Italian sausage. Okay, hold on. The Italian like rope sausage that we got from the hog that we got back in the fall. Have that thawing. I have some, we don't have provolone. So, pantry challenge, nor would we go buy it just because it's supposed to be provolone. But we have some sliced mozzarella that was in the freezer that we need to use up. So that is thawing, and it'll be perfect because it's already in nice little slices. We have this Italian with garlic thawing, so that'll be good. And then I'm starting some croutons. So I have my Ruth Ann Zimmerman bread over here. I just cut a few pieces up, put some olive oil. I'm gonna put some freeze-dried oregano, salt and pepper, throw those in the oven, and then hopefully Zad's gonna make dinner soon because I'm starving. All right, so something that I've talked about before, that before I was like really preserving food and like mindful of these things, if we would have made a roast, I would have just dumped what was in it because I don't know, I just didn't know any better. So we always save that. So I scraped the bottom of this, all those good bits. That's so much flavor. We got this on the stove. I'm gonna dump in this other quart. I got our sausage going in the air fryer. Zad ran Bud to youth group, and our croutons are probably, they're probably about done. So we are gonna get this finished up and eat, and I am done. So we're gonna be week 10. We're gonna be week 10 pregnancy here on Friday. So in like another day and a half. And I definitely am better. Like I haven't puked for, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 days, which is lovely. My nausea is back to that like naggy nausea. Like if I'm doing something and like my mind's off of it, but I'm tired. So of course I like want to sit on the couch, but then when I sit on the couch, then I think about how nauseous I am. So it's fine. We're growing a healthy baby. I am just thankful that there's that. And I have the signs of pregnancy, that I know that Lord willing, the baby is healthy and all good. So we do go see the midwife next Wednesday and get blood work done. We're just hopefully going to get all the blood work done for the whole pregnancy one time, get that done before the appointment, check all the normal things and whatever, see the midwife. And then I don't think we see her again for like a month or 2. I don't remember. So that's where we are today. All right, so dinner is ready. We have our modified version of French onion soup. The kids wanted noodles. So they got noodles and the Italian sausage, spaghetti, and our homemade sauce and all that. And Zuzu has it also. So I am really excited to eat this. For dessert, we have pie that we need to finish that I keep forgetting is in the pantry fridge. So we'll probably finish that. There's a little bit of pumpkin cake left. And then Sad said dibs. And then tomorrow, if I feel up to it, I might, maybe, I don't know. We might have a big trip to town tomorrow. I'll keep you posted. I will probably make some new something. I have a lot of rhubarb and some other canned fruit and things, nectarines and stuff that I need to make some sort of cakes or crisps or something with. So we'll have that coming. One more day of the pantry challenge. I mean, if it wasn't a leap year, we would be done. I think tomorrow we are probably gonna, so tomorrow is our anniversary. We got married on February 29th. So technically this is our second anniversary, even though we've been married for 8 years. So we're thinking that tomorrow we're gonna technically cut the pantry challenge 1 day short, and go to Sam's Club. I wasn't born. No, you were not born yet. I think we're gonna go to Sam's Club and Rural King, and just kind of have a day out. It was crazy today. So much rain and wind and madness. So I think it's supposed to be a little bit better tomorrow, and maybe we'll just have a little field trip. So if we do that, Suzu, don't throw that on the floor. If we do that, then I'll bring you a Sam's Club haul video. I always love haul videos, so I'll bring you that. And if we go to Rural King, maybe I'll bring you a haul video there. I don't know. We've never been to Rural King, so I'll keep you posted. So thanks for following along with us during the pantry challenge. I hope that you were inspired to make some new things and ate some yummy food also. We'll see you guys next time.